Thanks for joining me on another safari. It's great to have you with me. This one has some interesting stuff, so be sure to watch till the end. There's a warthog with a tapeworm, some very sort of odd wildebeest bull behavior, and even a sighting of a cheetah. So let's get going. This is a zebra stallion, and you normally see them with sort of 2 to 6 mares. So that's their little groups. This little foal had such different markings on his front legs. It's gorgeous. This was an interesting sighting of warthogs. You can see this female at the back. She has what looks like a tapeworm protruding from her, and I actually did chat to a wildlife vet, and he says that it's very likely that that's what that is. Shame, I felt quite sorry for her because she seemed to have issues. She was urinating a lot, didn't seem to know when she had finished urinating, and plus had this tapeworm. Shame. So I did feel sorry for her, but she wasn't that thin or looking in bad condition, and she was eating, so all good signs. You can see all the dung beetles around. They're going for freshly dropped warthog dung. Yeah, they are very busy rolling some of the dung. I think it takes less effort to get warthog dung into a ball to roll than it does, say, for example, elephant dung. Quite a few piglets between these two sows. I think there were 7 little warthogs, so they've done quite well in getting these warthogs, 7 of them, to this kind of size. So warthogs normally have between sort of 2 to 5 piglets. They can have as many as 8 though, but they only have 4 teats. They kneel down because it's obviously they're closer then to the grass and roots and tubers, so you'll often see warthogs kneeling and eating. Yeah, you can see more dung beetles coming in. And they are grazers, warthogs. They eat grass, they'll eat some fruits, they'll sometimes chew on bone for calcium, but they don't really eat leaves. They're not browsers. wonderful to see a group like this. A group of warthogs is called a sounder. Lovely to see a sounder like this, so relaxed and just doing what warthogs do. I don't think I've ever seen a leopard tortoise as hungry as this chap. He was just eating. He wasn't concerned about me at all, and did a lot of eating while I watched him. One shouldn't pick up tortoises because they often urinate, and this can cause them to dehydrate. They can't get to water, and they dehydrate. So one shouldn't pick them up. This guy was quite a nice size, and as I say, very hungry. This was such interesting behavior because wildebeest bulls are normally very territorial. So you'll get one bull who does this. He marks his territory. He paws at the ground like that, and he has preorbital glands underneath his eyes that he marks sticks with and things. But they're normally very territorial and will only be on their own to do that. This was very interesting behavior to see two bulls marking territory but tolerating each other. I've never seen this before, and it was fascinating. So you often see wildebeest bulls on their own, sort of waiting for the females to pass through their territory, and then they obviously try and keep them in their territory if they can. But the rest of the time they're on their own. And as I say, for these two to be tolerating each other but going through all the territorial behavior was very interesting for me. So I wondered what would happen now if a group of females came through. How would these bulls behave? The eggs in the nest are from a few females, and after 5 to 6 days, after the tadpoles have hatched and grown a little, they fall through the bottom and land in the water below. I just sometimes love a wider shot where you see the animal in its environment. You get some form of perspective. This elephant bull had big tusks. Just one ear of a bull can weigh about 20 kilograms. So the blood capillaries are close to the surface of the ears, and that's why when they're hot, they move their ears like that. It helps to cool them. If you watch carefully, you will see the ball of food come up this giraffe's neck. There you go. Chews the cud and then swallows it, and then it comes back up the neck. This was a beautiful kudu bull, wonderful horns, pretty markings, and they are browsers. They eat leaves mostly, predominantly, and they don't really seem to have territories, although the bulls will fight over females. There's that famous statue at Kruger where the two kudu bulls interlocked and they actually died. But that doesn't happen often. And the kudu is, of course, the symbol for Kruger National Park. This was a buffalo bull who didn't really want to be seen much. Look at the width of that neck. They're just incredible. So powerful. Water has the same effect on me as staring into a fireplace and watching the flames. I could watch water for a long time and just listen to it. We have to be so aware what we do to rivers upstream, because it obviously affects them downstream and flows through parks like this and affects the animals and the fish and the crocodiles. So we have to try and keep our rivers unpolluted. I think this was a white-breasted cormorant. You get a reed cormorant as well, but it's smaller. And although I couldn't see the front part of this cormorant clearly, he did seem to have more white, and he was quite large. When a bird leans forward like that, they're either going to probably fly off or have a poop, like he did, adding nutrients to the water. cormorants eat mostly fish and frogs. Kruger's roads were quite badly damaged after some floods which occurred. We were lucky to come across this magnificent rhino bull. You can see how his horn's starting to grow back. A rhino's horn will grow throughout their lives and at a rate of about 2 to 6 centimeters a year. Klipspringer are interesting little antelope. Their hooves are sort of rubbery in the center and quite hard around the edges, which gives them grip on rocks. They almost look like they are sort of standing on tippy toes. The females don't have horns, only the males have horns, and the females are slightly bigger than the males. What a special sighting for me. I haven't seen a cheetah in Kruger for years, so this was fantastic. Cheetah are often on their own unless they are females with, or a female with her cubs, or else males will often be in groups of 2 or 3, often they're brothers that stick together. This seemed to be a single male on his own, but what a sighting. The end of another amazing day in Africa. Such a beautiful sky. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please subscribe and click the like button. See you in the next one. Thank you.